says something super offensive to you, and you go ahead and call them on it. Like that wasn't cool. And your friend is like, "What's your problem?" Now it's an argument. Go.
Now it's an argument. Argument.
Good. Okay, pause. Very nice. I'm going to change the environment on you guys, and I'm going to see how this argument changes. All right? So you're still going to argue with your friend. This time you guys are going to be at the food court at the mall. Okay? Public place, argue with your friend. Action.
Don't smile.
Good. Okay, pause one more time. Good. The last situation, you're going to be in the school library. Same friend. They lean over and start this argument again. Don't get kicked out of the library. Action.
Don't get out.
And cut. Nice. Okay, did everybody see what just happened there? Did you all feel that? In your room, you guys can be as loud as you want because it's your room, right? Whatever. In the school library, you all kept it down. Made sure that you weren't causing a scene, okay? Remember when I had you write in your notebooks, where am I? That is going to be the first question that I need you guys to answer when you get your monologue picked out, okay? You're going to pick out your monologue and you're going to go, okay, where am I in the world? Because that affects your lines, right? I apologize, this is like 5 years of acting class in 20 minutes. So I've been spending the last 5 years trying to make sure I'm good at this. Where are you? Very important. Okay? Very, very important. Now, let's go back to your room for this next exercise. Your turf, your rules. This time, I want you to have an argument with your mother. Okay? That's the instructions. Your mom just made you mad. And you know the drill. Don't get grounded, but you gotta stick up for yourself, okay? Action. Okay, pause. Very nice. Let's change who you're talking to again. Now your dad comes in and starts this argument again. Action.
What does it say?
Good. And pause one last time. Now your sibling comes in and starts this argument with you. Action. And cut. Oh, that's my favorite. You guys are the best. So did you feel what just happened there? To your moms, you were all like respectful, but like, come on. To your dad, same thing. You were like, okay, don't hurt me. But to your siblings, you all were like, get out of here. You were all like, that is what I mean. Remember when I had you write down who am I talking to on your paper? That matters too. Whoever you're talking to is going to affect how you say things. Okay? So when you get your monologue, those are the first two things I need you to figure out. Where am I having this conversation or telling the story? And who am I talking to? You are not going to be talking to random people. I need you to figure out somebody specific. Remember that third thing I had you write down? Be specific? That's what I mean. Does everybody know what specific means? It means, yes, down to the last detail. So, for example, you are not in your house. Are you in your room? In the kitchen? In the living room? Very different conversations happen in those rooms, right? So make sure you know where you are. You are not talking to a friend. Are you talking to your best friend? Are you talking to somebody you barely met? Are you talking to your friend who you secretly hate? Right? There's so many different things. Make sure you're specific. Okay? Those are going to be the first two things I want you guys to figure out because your acting coaches are going to ask you those questions. They're going to say, hey, who are you talking to? Very important. Where are you guys having this conversation? It's important. Okay? That's going to be your first step in that acting session. Oh my gosh. Okay. let us wind this down. You all just did fantastic. I want to answer some questions for you, okay? Herman's going to be on the call in a few minutes, and he's going to take you guys through some more things. That is very important. But until then, I want to make sure I'm answering your questions. So if you have a question, either hit your little hand raise button, if you know how to do that on Zoom, or if you just hit your hand up, I'll try to see it and call on you, okay? So I see Jalen Logan has your hand up. Go ahead and unmute yourself and ask away. What is your question?
Okay, it's more for me. So I have I have a possible headshot picture. Is there any way I can show it to you and you can tell me like what I need to do different or whatever?
I would save it for your other acting coach. Okay? Only
Okay.
because I do want you guys to just have it for a second. Yes, I want you to show them in class and say, I have a question, here's my headshot, what do you think? And then they'll be like, yeah, that's great. If you really want to know, feel free to like text your scout, email your scout, and see what they think as well. Okay?
Okay.
That's what I would say. Yeah, great question. I think I
Okay.
have to check on that.
What is your question? Jesus.
What is it? What is it like being on set?
Oh, on set is the best thing ever. You have a mix of being like so nervous that you don't want to mess up, as well as like this is a dream come true. Like you've already got through the hard part of like I've auditioned, I've called back, I've done all the crazy things about like now I get to enjoy it, but don't I gotta still kill it, right? Especially if you walk on set with somebody famous.
Yeah, I said
Every time you walk on, you're like, oh
what
my
is it
god.
like being on stage
So I
and
worked with
stuff?
Zendaya, which was amazing. I worked with Kevin Costner, which was amazing.
She
I
just
worked
asked,
with
was it like being on set?
Ron White,
Oh,
LL Cool J on NCIS LA. Like you walk on set and you're like, oh my god, I have his CD in my car. You know what I mean? Like it's amazing. So it's crazy, but that's where like all your professionalism comes in. You're like, okay, here we go.
Oh, that's not
You gotta be cool. Great question. Thank you for asking that. That's great.
Oh,
All right, Talia Wainwright, what is your question?
you can't really.
So you know how you said, put as your age group, like what you fit in with?
Yeah,
Well, what if you're older than what you look like?
that's a great question. Everybody pay attention to this real quick. This goes along with what you look like. If you're old, if you know that you look younger, then I want you to play how old you look. Okay? I'll use myself as an example. Based on my headshot, based on what you see on your screen, how many of you would say I look 16? Let me just see some hands. 16? How about 17?
That's okay.
17.
Yeah, how
What
about
does it
18?
mean?
Anybody
No, I
think 18?
think that.
And just to stretch, what about like 19, 20? Anybody think 19 or 20? Maybe, yeah. I'm 26 years old. All right, I'm closer to 30 than I am 18. But I
She still
look
can't hear
17
me.
or 18, so that's what I play. I will play it until they drag me off set. All right? So if you're a little bit older, but you look younger, play young. That is so important. Who watched Hannah Montana? Anybody watch Hannah Montana on Disney Channel? Yeah, that's what I grew up with. Do you remember Jason Earls? He played the little brother. Yeah? He was 32 years old when he played that part. I'm not kidding. He's in his 40s now. But he had this long, scraggly hair, and he was about 5'5" tall, and he knew that he looked like 17, 18. He owned it. He was on 2 different Disney shows, and he's doing great, right? So play your age. Great question, Talia. Play your age, whatever you think you look like. All right, Tara and Sadal, what is your question? Is it Sadal or how do I say it?
Malia Williams.
Um,
No.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
When you if you do no, like if you're in a play, I can audition. Will they actually use props or do you work with props?
Say that again. I'm so sorry. My sound clicked out.
Like if you're in an audition play, do you technically need props or?
Good question. No props. Great question. Yeah. Leave props and your stuff out of it. The most I want you guys to do, if you're talking on a phone, throw up your cell phone. That's it. Okay. Otherwise, leave props out of it. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Awesome. Very good question. Very, very good question, guys. Awesome. All right. I see Malia Williams. Go ahead.
There you go.
What is it like being a director and teaching, people that you're working with?
That's a great question. I love teaching people who I'm working with and working with you guys because I love people who are excited about this. There's nothing better than people.
Oh my god!